What's going on, everyone? Monty here, ready to do a video talking about Harley-Davidson. They just came out with their 120 years of Harley-Davidson celebration video. So for today's video, we're going to be watching the celebration, talk about the products, the delivery. I like these videos, I'll say that much. And see what it means for Harley-Davidson, how they're connecting with the consumer, and kind of give it a little grade, I guess. We'll see how it goes. Let's see, I believe it is this video right here.
I was born with gasoline in my veins.
A new motorcycle world land speed record.
Flat track, drag strip.
I think we're in for a hell of a race.
They were the first women to cross the country on a motorcycle.
Turn one. Handlebars grazing the concrete wall.
Victory at Road America.
So let me say off right away, I'm already loving the production value of this thing. I know I didn't say I'm going to talk about the production value, but I'm already getting a good vibe off of it because I mean that's just fun for the whole family.
It's just fuel to the fire.
Oh, nice transition, Harley, or your production company, your in-house company, or Yokin.
Over the last 120 years,
Big fan of him.
millions of people from around the world have shared the
Love what he's done so
experience of
far.
riding Harley-Davidson. They've gone flat out on board tracks and battled in world wars. They've ridden through the Black Hills and onto the silver screen.
I love those drone shots. I don't know if it's an in-house team or if they're doing everything outside. You never really know. I mean, without looking it up, obviously, or someone telling you from the motor company. But I love their delivery on all this, man. Just really good stuff so far already. In terms of the marketing, I guess I should say.
But if you look closely, you'll see it in their eyes. That visceral
Nice.
feeling.
I'm potting down. I don't know how content friendly it's with the music that's on here, so I want to play it safe a little bit.
Much more than take you places. They awaken something inside of us, something indescribable. A departure from the mundane.
You know, I do have the closed captions on. I will say, and this is what, you know, I always say that Disney is, I feel off the top of my head, is always like the only other company that can beat Harley-Davidson in terms of people being proud of their product, making it kind of like about their lifestyle to a degree, how they grow up around it, how they make it all-encompassing for the consumer, as well as the family now. I mean, this is where Harley's now getting a lot better at being or family-friendly, I guess I should say. You could credit this guy. Beautiful. I guess these are the 120th anniversary bikes. Such a good drone footage. I love that bar and shield eyeballs thing. That's really nice.
Sea of red.
Yeah,
Holy
Oh, we got the 2-lane guys.
these colors.
beautiful.
So I guess we're going to be doing
Hey, Brad. Galen, how you doing?
walkthroughs of everything with these guys, I guess, which is a little surprising, not surprising, I guess I should say. I mean, they've been featured in a lot of their products already with however their contract works.
Beautiful. You're the first ones really setting eyes on them. We wanted to show them to, two passionate enthusiasts first.
And two guys who have let's be honest, they have a lot of money, and that's the kind of demographic, for some of these really expensive bikes that they want to hit. They want to hit those Wall Street kind of guys to sell a lot of these rare bikes. Almost kind of flip these almost as pieces of artwork, honestly.
Created just for the anniversary. If you guys get in there and look, it's a very fine flake, which makes it feel
That is a nice red.
really rich and really special.
I like that. I feel like it's going to pop a lot more when you're in person.
I know with the anniversary bikes, there's this badge of moniker, and you've got the
Nice.
badge on this one as well.
That's right. So since
So I did see the badge before in a still image. I wasn't a fan, but now, oh yeah, that's right, the 50th anniversary emblem. Those are beautiful. I think I'm liking it a little bit more.
some of our Art Deco bikes in the late 20s.
Not 100% sure. It's one of those things. I mean, obviously when you see it, but
From the thread on the seat, which matches the pinstripes and the gold.
You're right. So we have this beautiful ox blood finish.
I do like that seat.
Stitching consoles have the gold-plated Harley-Davidson logo and the serialization of each model, and then the whole thing ties together to some of the powertrain details.
The tradition
It's sleek. I mean,
in this new vibe.
So which one would you guys take home?
I'm digging it.
Fight over this one.
Although,
Well, we'll make more
I'm
than
going
one.
to hold that comment until we see the CVO. I might want to take that one home.
Yeah, as if that wasn't a planted conversation right there that they had.
Beautiful.
Yep. 120th anniversary Rogue Glide.
All right, I'm digging it. I'm digging that black off the red.
Kinds of Easter eggs in this.
I just like that gradient
Look at the eagle in it.
Love seeing
look to it and everything there.
it's just
Maybe it was on the other bikes, but I mean, at least it's way more prominent here, obviously.
But you guys see that there's some red in that black, right? So
But I don't know. Is 120 really like?
get it outside.
I mean, obviously, I understand Harley's got to do what they're got to do, but do people really want to have a?
Features of the
Did they make a big? Will they make a big deal over 120th anniversary? I mean, 100th anniversary, I get. Maybe even 1 1/4, but 120.
if my hat fits,
You gotta do what you gotta do.
there you go.
I'm on it, I'm gone.
So we talked about the
I will say it was always back in my day. It was a lot easier selling the CVO bikes when you have or Screaming Eagle bikes. You know, because I sold a lot of stuff to the Wall Street kind of guys, like these guys. These two guys are right here. Those were a lot of those kind of like higher middle class, lower upper class kind, and they just wanted one stop shopping. Whether they rode is a whole nother story.
I love this.
So Becky found one of my favorite pieces.
All right, so we're jumping around kind of everything, all encompassing what they're doing.
Favorites. We wanted to ensure that what we're creating
I like this
complements the motorcycle.
look so far.
Inspired by the color scheme of the motorcycle,
And
celebrating this beautiful red color, referencing the logo.
I did one video quite a while back saying that I feel like this is the one avenue where Harley has really stepped it up many notches because everything was just very gaudy. That's really the best way. Lots of sequences, lots of just kind of an outdated style that wasn't really focusing on the mid 20s to high 30-year-olds style outside of just your base leather jacket.
Makes me excited. I like this jacket a lot. I just want this in my closet.
I mean, by no means am I a fashion aficionado by any stretch of the imagination. And I know we're focusing just on the 120 line here, it looks like. We'll go back to the YouTube channel and see if there's anything more. But
And did a riff on the
they're pretty solid. They're pretty legit, honestly. I like his sweater probably more than anything else right now.
items, like we have
Oh, cool.
for her like moto inspired mechanic shirts.
And I think the women's side of the motor clothes
These kind of pieces we know our fans really love.
really improved. You know, I think they were much gaudier than the men's and everything. And I say that kind of once you get past the initial T-shirts and everything.
Wear on it.
Every piece
So many sequences and studs, just so many. I like that. I always like those pockets there.
Becky, it's been my pleasure to get to take
Good
you
old
through the
Becky.
20th anniversary collection and celebrate.
For a second, I was afraid we're just going to see the two-lane guys, so kind of seeing a little
I just love watching
mashup of others. I'm down for that. I just didn't want it to be the baby boomer kind of target audience the whole way through. Damn this transition. It's so good. Then when the bars move off like that, we got a trike. Introducing the freewheeler. I like the white. I like the blue. Ooh, Road Glide 3. Ooh, the old man might like this. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it doesn't have the pack. No, it has a trunk. So maybe that's another day. Damn, that's good. I hate when there's good production value and I had nothing to do with it because I'm jealous of it. Okay, these
Harley-Davidson
like
has
that
been
blue,
in the
baby.
game for a long time. They're well ingrained in
Portfolio lead.
today.
I remember as a kid, I watched my grandfather and my uncle Al put a trike together, and I believe it was from like the 40s or the 50s, but it was like a postman trike.
That's cool.
Deliver mail on, and they customized it, and it had white paint job with a black.
All right, I want to hang out with this dude.
21-inch spoke wheel on the front, Dayton's on the back. Looking at trikes
That's slick.
today, man, they came a long way.
I like.
What do you think?
Ready to roll.
Dude, I like that.
We've been making
I want-
Freewheeler for a few years.
Freewheeler.
This is the first time we've applied the dark custom trim treatment.
I like it. Now this.
Let's take a look at the Road Glide 3.
This I'm digging right here.
Glide is a legendary part of the motorcycle history here at Harley-Davidson.
I don't know about legendary, but it's pretty
Never
big.
seen it before on 3 wheels. Some were looking for the music, the fairing, the historical look of the Road Glide, and bringing that to trike was the goal of this bike.
I would say
Ride this the other day.
successful off the top of my head.
Just to feel the power that it has. I even think I popped a little willy.
I dig it. I really like that for my old man. I really do.
I'm gonna just use this as my canvas.
Oh yeah, what about like people not customized even with the Harley accessories? Damn, this is a good transition. You know, just people kind of gutting it in their garage. I wonder what they would do with that. That's kind of fun. The Nightster. Now this will be the fun bike right here. I feel for everybody. At night, Jerome. God damn it! It's so good, and I had nothing to do with it. Damn it. Very upset.
The first time I rode Nightster, I was just blown away by looking it off the side stand, how different it felt from any other Harley-Davidson I've ever been on.
She's the lead designer.
That's so exciting is, of course, the heart of the motorcycle, which is the new RevMax 975 powertrain. The thing just wants to climb high into the RPM range, and it's really intoxicating when you ride it.
I know just riding Nightster, after third gear you expect a little bit less, but there's more.
It's exciting when you're commuting or if you're just want to hit that.
I'm still not sold on the look of the engine.
Where that next line
I think I know why. I kind of have to tinker, walk around, and just kind of sit at it for a while. But I think it just looks too plasticky, bulky for my style. I think I'm not even 100% sure. Maybe it's just still kind of new in the grand scheme of things. Honestly, not like it's not like I've seen it as many times as I've seen an Evo engine.
As well as the passenger pillion with the passenger foot pegs, as well as the new split 7-spoke wheels. I spent a lot of time wanting to give the special a big.
You know, and again, these are the kind of bikes I wish they were coming out with 20 years ago. And I mean that in a sense of, obviously the technology wouldn't be the same, but it's just so nice to see. They're very slick and just smooth looking. There's kind of an even keel drag that goes across the bike, which that I really am into. Sleek is always a term of endearment I'll be using on bikes. Breakout. Oh, Eric, baby, you gotta check this out, my friend. Eric is he's not a Harley guy, but my man does love that breakout. And I do hate these transitions that are so good that I had unfortunately nothing to do with.
The average person a pencil and a piece of paper and ask them to draw a motorcycle, they're probably going to draw you a breakout.
That's a good piece of writing right there.
It's the quintessential Harley-Davidson silhouette.
I like that.
Long, raked out, that chopper look. It's low slung to the ground. So we first saw breakouts in 2013.
I like those rims. I like the way the rear axle looks. I like the rake. I like the wheels. The tank.
Tank. We've moved to a 5-gallon tank.
I dig that.
117 powertrain.
That's
gives you
nice.
101 horsepower, 123 foot-pounds.
Strong bike.
So we have this.
Gotta get another look at that headlight. I'm not sure.
And then we have this larger front wheel. We have these 26-spoke roulette wheels. Now, both standing still or moving down the road, these wheels look absolutely magnificent, and they really set off the bike.
I'll give you that.
Breakout fans are huge chrome fans. So again, it was really important.
I'm not a chrome guy.
It was just covered in chrome.
So
that orange.
this is
wonderful finishes.
This I can get behind, no?
Deep, rich paintwork. The Softail chassis gives an amazing performance with the suspension, so it's much more comfortable. You have traction control and ABS. You have cruise control available. So you have all of the modern conveniences that you want as a rider in 2023 without having to compromise on that classic style that we know our riders love so much.
Yeah, the only way to look at this as a downside, and again, I'm playing more devil's advocate when I say it like this, is what are you buying this bike for? Like, yes, it looks good. Is this a bar hopper? Is this going down to the beach and coming back the same day? I don't know if that's going hundreds of miles or a week-long trip or something like that kind of bike. Now, this is a very specific kind of bike right here. Oh, we're going to accessories. Okay. All right. I'll shut up. I don't know about this music, though, so I'm talking over it, so we don't get a strike on us.
Jake, welcome. How's Prism Supply?
Good. Staying busy, you know?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's certainly in your business how important.
I'm kind of surprised to see him because, I mean, and I say that like in a nice way because I do love his content, but it's custom stuff. I mean, but then again, it is older bikes, so it's not like we're talking one for one here.
This year we're unveiling packages, and it allows us to offer a suite of parts that are specifically tailored to a specific motorcycle. Take the Pan America, for instance. It's an incredible motorcycle right out of the box.
Agreed.
Since then, we've continued to refine it while developing new accessories to further enhance the adventure touring experience.
I'm a fan of the Pan America, man. So cool, so high tech, so different by Harley standards. I mean, hell, I don't think Harley could have figured out how big this bike would have been.
That's right. Tall windscreen. It's got a quick shifter also installed, but it allows you to shift without the clutch.
You know, and when you consider the fact that this bike really took off during some major supply chain issues, it says a lot. This is a way to go bringing new blood into the brand name.
Absolutely spoiled me. And it was almost like, I got to get off this because it's too comfortable.
I've heard that before.
I like that bike.
It's sort of a subtle upgrade, but it
I like the primary covers. Don't like the boards. Don't like those pegs. Usually I'm not into. I just like the base ones are always fine for me personally.
executes the motorcycle, actually creates the parts too. You can amp it up and kind of turn it up to 11 and do something like this Road Glide. We threw the whole parts and accessory book at this one. It's a really
Trying to look at that paint job more than anything else. I feel like it needs a little something to break it up.
Yeah, Rockford Fosgate audio. So this sound system will blow you right out of this.
So I was going to say that's going to be loud. That's gonna be very loud.
On this particular motorcycle. From the wheels to the rotors to
Lots of chrome.
handlebar, rider triangle, seat.
Yeah, they're going to sell a lot more of these bikes that are just going to be the base models in black and everything. But again, this is going to be for the collector. This is going to be for the Wall Street trader kind of guy who's wants something is probably going to just try to flip it years down the road. Cheers. Cheers to you, good sir. Damn, that transition. Where we go, I don't know.
I often say you don't know until
All right, I guess this is closing.
anyone who's ridden a Harley-Davidson will understand what I mean. And now, after 100
Love that museum, baby. You gotta go.
to celebrate with us at the Harley-Davidson anniversary homecoming.
Oh, they're at the Milwaukee Brewers.
Riders rolling in from all over the world.
Oh, that's cool.
We come together as one Harley-Davidson community. Not to mention some very special guests and rock stars putting on a show you won't want to miss.
Yes. Yeah, okay, cool. So cool.
Everyone is invited.
Dude.
July 13 through 16 in Milwaukee. Ride in, bus in, just make sure we see you there.
Oh.
All we have for you today, but there's plenty more to
Okay. So on a personal... Oh, yeah, okay. I'm going to wait to the end here.
Daytona, Budapest. We might even roll out another new bike or two.
Yeah, maybe. Come on, bro. Come on, Yokin. Yokin, no joking. All right. They ended that on a damn good note, I gotta say. At least by my standards. Let's, was there anything else? This looks like the other videos. So it looks like they just kind of, like, made little snippets of everything and they put it in. So that's everything at the moment. So let's go back to my main thing here. So, okay, where do I stand? I dig it, man. Holy cow, that was good. Okay, so let me get the fanboy stuff out of the way right away. Okay, here we go. I love the fact, first of all, I love the Foo Fighters. The fact that they're playing in Milwaukee or however it's going to be set up at the museum I guess they have room at the museum. I don't know if they're going to do anything where the Milwaukee Brewers play. I'm still calling it Miller Park. We're not calling it that insurance field thing at the moment. But I dig that a whole lot. That is just so super cool from a fanboy, a guy who likes Harley, motorcycles, and the Foo Fighters. You know, back in the day, I used to like Green Day a whole lot too. So, but it's so cool. I mean, hell, that's a great double bill if that is what's going on. So that's the phenomenal part. I know I'm going to assume a lot of other people, because this was what happened. They did last year with these kind of videos. You know, they wanted more details of what Harley's doing for the year. I like the snippets. I like the, let's do something every quarter, every 4 months, you know, or so, however it was last year. I dig the approach Harley-Davidson is doing. Whether that's a marketing team at Harley, whether that's the CEO, whomever it may be, awesome. Because it kind of leaves you hungry for more. And again, they can kind of play an audible if they have to, in case there's any other issues. So they're not making promises that they don't have to keep down the road. So that's pretty banging right there. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I'm still kind of can't get over the Foo Fighters thing more than anything else. Things I don't like. I wish we got just more of a lineup of what the bikes look like themselves. I like the way they showed off the trikes, though. I feel like the two trikes got a lot of attention. Would have been nice to have seen the CVO, but it would have been nice seeing what the other bikes slowly, get a slow view around those, to have checked those out a little bit more. In terms of the motor clothes, we saw majority of which, or all of it, was the women's stuff. But again, that's always cool for me, because I always thought it was the nastiest. Or rather, that is the biggest improvement that they needed at Harley-Davidson, because their stuff used to be so gaudy back in the day. But now, to the folks who are in charge of the motor clothes, especially the women's brand or line, I think you've been doing a phenomenal job over the last few years. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being tongue-in-cheeky or anything like that. I just think that you took it. I'm looking at my computer monitor here. So you had it here, and now it's like, if that's the top tier, maybe here. It just, that's how much better it is than before, truly and sincerely. The only thing, man, what can I say that I didn't like about that? More good stuff. Actually, I have more good stuff to say. I don't mind that they had a bunch of YouTubers or personalities. I'm not saying the word influencers involved. Not at all. So I'm cool with that. They kind of just dip their toe in the parts and the accessories. You can't show all the accessories in a video. That would be a video that's hours and hours long. Let me go back to the web browsing feature here. Just looking at some of these things here, as I still have my computer screen open, they have, look at all these like little parts. They're doing like little snippets. Clothes here and everything like that. Try not to go too far back. But I think this makes more sense. You're showcasing your stuff little by little, showing it maybe in operation, showing it who it applies to directly. I think that's a great, smart approach in terms of the products that you're selling. You can always do more stuff. I'm always a proponent of posting a lot more on YouTube and across the board, but I think that's really, really great approach. I think going back to the CEO, Jochen Zeitz, I think he's just hitting one home run after the other. I love his approach. I love, obviously, the editing and the filming that they did on this. I love the way they did the eyeballs, eye to eye with the bar and shield sort of thing. I love those transitions. I think that worked out great. And if I had to say anything that was negative, how are they getting more of the younger generation involved? It would have been nice to see how there is some sort of initiative or some kind of push, something that they're doing, whether they're working with other people or whatever the case may be, to get the next generation of riders interested. And I'm talking about, my little niece or baby nephew's age, could be someone in high school age, those years, but it doesn't matter. It would have been nice to have seen that. I'm always interested to see, what are they doing to kind of help down the road? Which you can argue that the concert and the museum and all the rallies they're doing is part of it. But it would have been nice just to have had that, I think, pointed out a little bit more. It's kind of like how I always say, when I've talked comic books with friends, the only thing I think Marvel and DC always had a responsibility of doing was to make sure that a new generation or younger generation are getting into the comic books. So it's not just like the same old people, quite literally, going back and buying the product. You saw that the next generation is picking it up. So I think that's pretty cool. And I think for Harley-Davidson, they have to, considering their size and their reach and their popularity and all this other stuff, I think they kind of have that little bit of responsibility as well. Dude, I'm looking forward. Like I'm looking forward to going to the dealership, checking out that bike from my old man. Maybe not the 120th anniversary gear, apparel rather, but seeing what else they may have that's kind of, I don't know, throwback's the right style or early Harley-Davidson-ish years kind of style, whatever you want to call it. But I'm looking forward to see what they did. I feel like anything I didn't like, I'm kind of grasping for straws off the top of my head. They don't need to talk about anything that's happened in the news. They don't need to talk about what they're doing with their headquarters, their assembly lines, any of that stuff. This is all about the products. And I think it was great. If you're something that you like or didn't like from the event, leave it a little doobity-doo in the comments section right there. Let us know what you think. And looking forward to another video. So take it easy. Have a good one. Bye.